So welcome once again to today's market outlook. We are going to start with fundamentals, and Mr. Ice is going to help us with any fundamentals that he has gathered so far. So over to you, boss.
Okay, sir. Good evening, house.
Yeah, good evening.
Okay, so due to what I've gathered during the week, last week I believe that should be Thursday or Friday. The international courts actually debunked all of Trump tariffs. So that was why you saw that unexpected jump up and all of that. So on Monday, we have USD news on Monday. That's ISM manufacturing PMI on Monday, and also Fed Chair Powell is speaking out on Monday. So we might be seeing more insights on where US will be heading to. That's on Monday. Then on Tuesday we have CHF CPI news. We have CHF CPI news, and also we have USD news. Also, that's on Tuesday. Job openings. That's on Tuesday. Then on Wednesday, that's more volatile day because we have AUD GDP will be coming out, and also we have ADP non-farm employment change with card news, overnight rating, and all of that. On Friday is NFP. So we know how the market is always during the NFP week, but on Monday we'll know what the international court will be saying because Trump they filed a lawsuit to appeal the whole court and all of that, said something like that. So on Monday we'll know if they will still carry on with the tariffs or not. So that's what I've gathered, sir.
Okay, thank you, boss. That's a very
Yes, sir.
smart uh, report. So let's follow up. The major thing that is going on currently in the forex market is the um how will I put it now? Is the tariff of a thing, and that is what is causing either lagging in the market or market might trend or any of those things. So one of the things that I would advise is there are some peers you can just, if you are not seeing market on a good level, don't trade it. Some peers, okay, like AUD and the other peers that are not, that USD is not part of it. You might of course have shown us some peers that are very good, that trend, and because when there's market in when there's movement in the market, that is when we can make money. When there's no movement in the market, we can't make money. Okay, so if price is just on a particular level, there's no way we are going to make money, but there must be movement. That's why we call it currency, a current. Okay, it's like current that flows. So when there's movement, then we make money. So that is the first thing about the fundamentals. So one of the things I want to add today, this is the report you just gave now on the daily basis. This is it, but the overall of it is the tariff. Let's see what is going to happen based on the result of it. Okay, NFP has not been really volatile these days. I don't think from the beginning of this year now it hasn't been volatile. But of course, when everything is settled, we are not panicking. When the market is ready to move, it will move. But you should just be conscious of levels we are going to be trading of recent. Okay, so let's look at some of the major pairs that we have, and then we go to it. Okay, sorry for that little break. Okay, so all these analysis have been sent to the group, and I believe we were able to take advantage of it. Is there any analysis over the weekend, over the last week, that you saw me drop on the platform and you want clarification on? Is there anyone before I go into the analysis? Before I go into the analysis for this week, is there anyone? Okay, so if there's none, let's start with gold. Um, Gold for this month, we have a new month, so I would like to look at all the movement of gold, all the movement of those pairs this month. Okay, now when we have this kind of move, of course we are still on a bullish move for gold, but I used to tell you that the market, or will I say candlestick speaks volume a lot. Candlestick that you see speaks volume. Now let's look at the open of the open of last 2 months. This would be April. Okay, last month came to retest that level. Can we see that price came to retest that level? We are trying to decipher what happens in the market now. So we have to, when it comes to analysis, you don't just follow a strategy. I used to tell you what's one of the things that is holding you back in trading is that you want to do SMC, you want to do those things. Those things are entry model, but you have to understand what that pair is doing. You have to read it. And how do you read it? Candlestick is the king. Okay, candlestick and your level is what you need to use to be able to understand the whole of the movement in the market. Okay, so having said that now, the level I can pinpoint here, because level is king in the market. Or let me put it this way: when it comes to analysis or when it comes to forex market, two things are important, and these are the two things that we do naturally. That's the two things we do. What's the first thing we do? Look at all this place, this section of the market. What do we call it? Let me ask that question generally now. This section of the market where we have here, what is it? Who can tell me where I'm putting my mouse? You can see where I'm putting my mouse. What is the level? What are the things that we have here? I want to show you the two things that are important in trading now. What do we have here?
The timeline.
Yeah, the timeline. And what do we have here?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Can you see it? Where do we?
Okay, the price.
Price. And those are the two things that matters in the market: your time and your price. Go and anybody. I don't want to know who they are. They cannot go against these two things: price and time. And that is what all these charts we are. If there's no time and price, there's no need for this chart. As a matter of fact, everything you are doing, okay, must align with these two things. Now these two things merge together give us what we call levels, because all these levels are formed in time. Okay, look at this thing that is not obvious. Now let me go to 1 minute time frame. The level I do is going to be what? Obvious. But why? The question we should ask ourselves is that why am I focusing on this one? Because this already summarizes the whole of the movement that this price was able to do in a whole month. Okay, that's why I should advise you. What are you doing in 1 minute time frame? What are you doing in 5 minute time frame? For God's sake, when you are trading for forex, you don't need those time frame. When you are trading synthetic, you might, okay, because they are very volatile. But when it comes to levels, this market, I waited for price. Most of you saw what I did. I waited for price to come to this place. Okay, now this was the first level I marked, right? But I knew price is going to come to this place because of the close of that last month. Okay, and I knew that there's something and that thing I told the trading room members. Who can tell me what is here? What do we have here? Trading room members, what do we have here? Please, let's be fast. I'm trying to just use this platform to educate us, for those that are not really having full knowledge of what we are doing in the forex market yet. Okay, so at least this market outlook will also help you.
You have demand level, sir.
You said what?
Demand level.
Demand level. Price will seek liquidity to a demand level. That is what price will do. If you are waiting for price to buy here, I told you guys that week that price will not buy here. I will not buy a price here. Yes, we are seeing that this is where price is going, but price will come to a demand level. And really, price came to this demand level, though I missed my entry here. I waited for another entry here. This was where I got in, and I held this price. It was last week when I said that price is not ready to buy. I took another buy here, but I said that it's not breaking my level. I decided to deal away with gold. I've been able to take proper, I've maximized my opportunity on gold. It's not gold is not, or any pair is not something that you just go in and come out, go in and come in on a daily basis. No, get your direction and you are good to go. Hold it. And when price is not ready to go again, maybe it comes across a particular barrier, you can stay away and look for other opportunity in the market. As a matter of fact, if you understand your levels very well, which is what I'm saying, levels, price level, then in time is what is going to grow it too. I believe I'm making sense here. So what did price do? I remember on TikTok also, I told you guys on TikTok, I remember vividly I said it, that those people that are looking for buy opportunity on gold, they might not see that opportunity anytime soon. Let price correct to a certain level and then go in. Okay, Ben, you want to say something before I continue this analysis? Ben, go ahead.
Yes, I was.
Yeah, I want to say, go ahead.
Boss, concerning the question you asked, the demand level.
Yes. Okay, maybe you had a late network. Okay. Yeah.
I understand it, but why did you say it's not the first one, but the last one?
Okay, that's a brilliant question. Now, this is what price do. Price always seek what we call liquidity. Okay, what is liquidity?
Okay, sir.
Liquidity is area at which we have buyers and sellers. let me give you an example. Okay, this is what liquidity means. Most techniques do not talk about liquidity, but liquidity is king in market too, because they are the major forces of where buyers and sellers are. And where you can find those liquidity is supply and demand levels at which price will definitely move. And I will show you this on gold, and I also show you on BTC currently as what is happening. Now, what is liquidity? Let us get what liquidity is once and for all. Liquidity, like I've said, is are areas whereby the buyers and sellers are. I want to sell iPhone 16. Okay, I live in a village. Someone, maybe I have a sister in the UK or a brother in the UK that send about 20 iPhone 16 for me and say, okay, sell this and make money with this. But I live in a village. Obviously, I won't be able to get buyers that will buy iPhone 16 for me at the normal price rate of iPhone 16 in the village. Will I? I need answer, please. Will I?
No, please.
Good. So what will I need to do? I need to take my iPhone 16 to the market, whereby maybe they sell gadgets. In Lagos now, we have a computer village where people go there to sell anything that deals with electronics. Now, if I take it there, people that actually appreciate that will buy it. So if I stay in the village for 2 years, I might not be able to sell even one. But when I take it to a liquid area where liquidity is, where there is pumping of money, do you understand what I'm saying now? I will make myself very fast. I can even see someone that will buy the whole of the 20 and give me money, or says, okay, after selling it, I'm going to pay you back. That means I have been able to move market to what? I've been able to move my goods to a liquidity area. That's the same thing in the market. This level is not the liquidity area. The beginning of this move, okay, begins from here. Now, let's look at this. When price was around here, we are expecting price to fall from here. Definitely, if price does not break here, all this movement that you are seeing above here cannot exist. Am I correct? If this level that I have here is not broken, let's say this level that we have here is not broken, all this above level that we now see can never exist. So the beginning of this force, it is very tricky, but you have to understand it. The beginning of this force is here, and that is why price will come back to it. Now, the reason price came to this place the first time, listen, is because of what we call FTR and FTV. I'm working on a course currently. The course is out with some people already. They've watched it. I've explained FTR and FTV in that course already. Okay, the essence of price buying up from here is because of this is fail to return and first time visit. When price come to that place again, it will liquidate that area and go to a fresh area, which is what we have here. Are you understanding what I'm trying to say now? On the higher time frame, what I just need to see, higher time frame like a daily time frame, is to see a candlestick confirmation here that price has gapped that place. Let's go to daily time frame and see what price has done around that level. Let's go. Can you see that price not rest in that place? When you have this kind of observation that price just touch it and then bounce away, it means that price is ready to move. I will be able to answer your question now. So this area is the area at which, when the breakout of this happen, that was what makes all this move above to begin to occur. So price is coming back there to tap. That's what we call imbalance. Okay, to tap the orders that were not triggered for the first time. Sorry, my phone nearly fell. Are you with me? The order that was not triggered for the first time, that was what price came back to what to buy, and that is what we also have what first time visit here. So that is what I saw here that made me to what to buy. If price break this level, it means he wants to sell. When price approaches and then price break it, it automatically means that the bullish trend is over. And where is price coming to again? That same level that we have here. Because the beginning of this movement again, we can see it here. Are you seeing the pattern here? Okay, if price break here, where is price coming again? This place. Do you understand what I've just explained here now? Do we all understand what I just explained now?
Boss, we get it.
Okay, good. So I believe others too got it. He was one that has that question and I need to quickly make justice to it. So for you to be able to now save yourself from all the stress of this and that, go to the monthly time frame or the weekly time frame and mark up your levels, because most of these weekly time frame and monthly time frames, they are levels that align with liquidity, with FTR and FTV, with every other things that you might have talked about. Are you with me? So here you can see what I have done here. And what I do, I can see that now, last month, this month that just ended, is closing at a doji. What does a doji tells us? What is the interpretation of the market doji? When a doji, you spot a doji, what is it telling us?
Indecision.
Indecision, meaning that there's, and this is on a multi-time frame, okay, meaning that price is actually playing around in that place and it's not giving us clear movement yet. So when price is going to open in this tomorrow, we might see this thing sell back to this place, we might see price breaking this and then come to this place. Those that do not know about what I'm saying, that are just focusing on fair value gap, focusing on imbalance and all of those things, they will not be able to see what I'm saying here, because I am trying to understand the market holistically, trying to understand the movement of price holistically, not just blah blah blah. I'm still expecting go to buy, by the way, but because of this kind of analysis I've seen and this reading I've seen, I still want price to come to a certain level before I take my decisions. So from what we have seen here, we have seen indecision and we are still relying on this line, on this level, and then this is the highest level at which price has gotten to. So I have two things that can happen. Price come back to this level. If we liquidate it, I will sell. Listen to it. What we need to do to identify our key levels, and those are the levels that will now become your area of interest. Simple as ABC. Trading is simple when you make it simple, but when you want to complicate things, trading will be difficult for you. Okay, understand. I started this training this evening by telling us two things that are important in the market: time and price. And this price and in time create a particular level, and that is why whenever we want to mark our levels, we need to mark them in time too. We consider the word higher time frame. As simple as that. This is simple English I'm using. Now I've been able to get that on the monthly time frame. This is the highest level at which price was able to sell to, and this is the highest level at which price was able to buy to. I've been able to get that. All what I need to do now is to now understand what I've already seen the doji candlestick telling me that indecision, price might buy, price might reverse. As a matter of fact, this indecision also happen to be an inside bar. When you say an inside bar, forget about it. At that time, price is ranging. Now, what I need clarification on is now to look at what the last week gave me. Last week also gave me what? A doji. A bearish candlestick, by the way. So let's go to the last day. The last day also gave me a bearish candlestick. And we can see here, price is still playing around. Price is trying to form a pattern. What pattern is price trying to form? That is now what we need to what? Identify. So let's go to 4 hours time frame and see if we can see any pattern. If it's a reversal pattern, of course, we might be a little bit careful. But obviously what I'm seeing here is not a reversal pattern. So what I can see here is price followed this. Okay, and I can see what type of pattern is this? Who can tell me what pattern this is? Who can tell me what pattern this is?
A falling wedge.
This is a falling wedge.
Inverse
Oh, okay.
Inverse what?
on the support. I saw inverse head and shoulder.
Where? I'm not seeing it though. Inverse head and shoulder.
That's
Okay,
where
okay. I've seen it. This, right?
that was yes, that was where the after the breakout now came to retest it.
Yes.
That zone.
This will have been our reason of what? Buying for the first one. So this buying has already left. Now, but for fast entry, for us to get in this year, this was actually the breakout and retest of that level. Okay, and that was where I entered. That was why I entered here. Remember that I'm not entering based on just head and shoulder, this falling wedge or inverse head and shoulder pattern. That's not what made me to enter. I entered based that I have been able to see my confirmation from the higher time frame that price wants to buy here. Now, for price to now come back to this level or liquidity level, there's another level of liquidity area here which we have failed to return and first time visit. If price tap into this place again, okay, we might see a what? We might see a buy to the upper side. If price liquidates this place, let's wait for price to come to this place and then we take a buy upward. Okay, so then if you know how gold move very well, then we consider all the movements here as our what? As a ranging market. Do we understand that? Do we all get what I just explained here now? So what are the levels we want to take actions? We want to take action at this level first. Okay, so if price comes to this place and give us a strong bullish confirmation, we can still have a pattern here again. We can see that price is also forming a pattern here. I am not trading based on this pattern. I'm not relying on the patterns. Okay, pattern is not even what is important to me. Okay, I'm just using them as a confluence. Another thing I can use as a confluence here to just buttress my analysis here, I can try to use what we call trend line. Okay, some people have accused me, oh, this guy love to use trend line. It's not because I love to use trend line, it's because I see it's working. Okay, so there's another thing, of course, there's another thing we call trend line liquidity. So price can play around, come to this area of this trend line, anything price can do. I don't want to force it yet. So price can actually tap into this, just like what we have here. Okay, price can tap into this, and then we have a clear what reason to buy gold upward. Okay, so this price is just forming another more level, but I wait for price to what liquidate that area. And how do I look for price to liquidate that area? I want the daily time frame or 8 hours time frame, at least higher time frame than 4 hours, to leave week below this level. When you see that week, don't panic, get in, put your stop loss below here. If price come to hit your stop loss, it means price is not buying at all. Price doesn't want to buy. But if this price will continue buying, it will not come to this stop loss, and then it will continue going to the upper side. So, and then if you now see, probably we now say double top here, maybe want to start, maybe gold now want to continue ranging for some times before we go. Of course, it will not just buy forever. Okay, so that is my view on gold. Any contrary opinion, any buttress on what I've explained so far before we move to the next one? Any explanation, anything that is not clear, so that I'll be able to move to the next one. Okay, let's go to GBP USD and okay, I think trend line work best. Yeah, trend line works very well on gold, but you have to understand that all those things, trend line and other things, they are just confluences. Don't use them as the basics of your analysis. Don't use them as the base of your analysis. What are the base of your analysis? Use your support and resistance as the basis of your analysis. Because that is what decipher a level. Use your trend, market structure as the basis of your analysis. Use candlestick momentum as the basis of analysis. If those three things, you understand those three things very well, other things will just be what? Confluences. You can see that I've been able to get the direction of price even before I decide to start using maybe anything that you call it. And another thing, let me buttress another thing here. What we have here, if you can see, we have if you consider this falling wedge as any diagonal, okay, we have wave 1 here, wave 2, we can see wave 3 here. So if price not come back here, if price want to follow wave 3 here, to not come back here, definitely, okay, it will just give us something like this from here, and then we have wave 5 here. Okay, so everything is still pointing to the upper side. Now the reason this price can come to this place is because we can have what we call A here, B here, and C here. Okay, ABC is a correction phrase, so we can have this ABC here, and this is what I'm expecting by the way. Okay, so then we are good to go. But if we don't see that again, or of course what we have here is wave within wave. We can, that might not be, you might not understand that. Okay, A, B, C, and then if you have that ABC here, we can have our 1, and then we have our 2 here, and then price give us 3 around there, 4, 5 to give us a what? This last 5 wave. It's complicated, it's an advanced analysis. I'm just trying to show you that even Elliott wave confirm with this. Do you understand that? So just to if I have the grace, when I'm through with the pure price action courses, I will do a course also on Elliott wave, and I will give every one of us access to it. Quite a number of people already have access to the pure price action already. Is supply and demand same as support and resistance? Yes, supply and demand is the same thing as support and resistance. Okay, but support and resistance is not the same thing as supply and demand. They are concepts. Okay, I might not be able to answer that question now or explain it now. They are concepts. Support and every support and resistance is the same thing as supply and every supply and demand is the same thing as support and resistance. Okay, but not every support and resistance is the same thing as supply and demand, because support and resistance can be a very wide concept. Okay, even all the fair value gap and all of those things, they are support and resistance. All levels that you are going to mark on the market is support and resistance. Every levels. I don't want to know how you want to mark it. Either you want to mark it from the perspective of Elliott wave, you want to mark it from Fibonacci retracement level. Let me show you this. What do we have here? Someone ask me this question? What do we have here? Someone should answer this question. I want to show you another thing that works here in the market. What is this?
Demand.
If you don't want to call it demand, it seems as support, right?
Yes.
Good. Now let me now show you something now. If some people say that, oh, me I don't use support and resistance, though, me I'm always a Fibonacci retracement level. Let's look at our Fibonacci retracement level. What level is this on Fibonacci retracement level? Is it not the level that you call premium and this thing? Is it not 60% and 50%? Isn't it? An IT trader will also call this level that I marked there. What they will call this is order block. Can you start? All of them are support and resistance, just giving it different name. So every level that you are going to drop in the forex market is support and resistance. But when you now begin to understand them in context, it now begin to change. Okay, so maybe we now call this one is a Fibonacci retracement level, is a private point, is a psychological level, is a Elliott wave levels, and all of that, extension and all of those things. I believe every one of us in this class, you understand what I've just explained here. Do we all understand it? Do we grab it? Do we grab it? Is it clear, please?
Yes.
Okay, good. So let's
Thank
go
you,
to any question. No question. Let's go to let me go to let me go to BTC first. I know some people also trade BTC. BTC. Let's do a top-down analysis on BTC. Now, what I said earlier when I was marking up the level, I one of my students did currently learning, did same analysis here, wants to buy from here, and I told him don't buy. But there was something I have seen that makes me to say that no, don't buy. Now, the reason I have said don't buy is that this level has been tested before. That is one. Two, where price is coming from is all-time high. That is true. Okay. If this price is going to push, this kind of small level will not be the one that will push this price upward again. Okay. Now, what level will push this price upward? Levels like this that are what? On the higher time frame, one, and they are also what? Key. They are also how will I put it? A strong level, okay, that determine that if the whole of this level is broken, structure has completely what? Changed. Has completely changed. So these are the levels I want to focus on, not this one. Another thing that I've seen here again that made me not to bank on this level is that look at our price. The price give us a low, then price failed to give us even equal low. It give us a what? A lower high. A lower high. Then I knew that price is going to form a lower low. There's no way we are going to have it. Price is definitely going to form a lower low here. And then if price is something like this again, we might be selling. We might be looking for a sell up around this place to sell to this place. Okay, and that is my analysis on BTC straight away. Okay, because if price now come to area like this, but if price come to this place very well and then fail to break this place, of course we look at the candlestick momentum, we see rejection here, then we can buy to the upper side. So as a matter of fact, we cannot really determine if we are going to be buying or selling here. But for me, this might sell more than we see a buy. Okay, I don't want to force this. If I'm going to do it that way, that means I'm forcing it. So let price come to your key area and take decision. These are the things that made me not to have any panic when it comes to the market. I don't panic. When I enter a trade, I don't panic. Okay, one of the things that is not making me to panic is not because I'm so good trading the financial market, but because I'm not even risking high. I'm not putting all my eggs in one basket. There's someone I did share just on this trading room also, this market outlook. I shared my own personal system with every one of us. Those are on the Telegram channel. They must have downloaded it and then using it. Someone used it, and someone gave me a testimony of what the person said. That he said that he had his price, his stop loss went to market went to stop loss about 5 consecutive times. If 5 or 10, I can't remember. But with this 5 consecutive time, he did not even lose more than just 2% of his capital. 2% of your capital is easy to come back with. When it's difficult is when you have 4% drawdown, 5% drawdown, you might not come back. That account is gone. Only if you're extremely good. Okay? So, but when you understand, we're actually going to go back to that by the way. When you understand the market very well and you are not over leveraging, there's no way you're not going to survive in the market. Even with 40% winning rate, okay, you are going to survive. But what are the things that make us to be able to have clear winning rate, good analysis, setup, is because you understand the market from a wider perspective. You are not just after 1 minute. No. You're not after that. You digest this market. You let this market be part of you. You know what is happening in the market. Someone wake you up from sleep, you can tell what BTC is doing, what gold is doing, because is part of you. As a matter of fact, what you need to do first is not to place trade. You're not getting what I'm trying to say. when most of us will rush into get placing trade, what I do is that I rush into analyzing pair and see what price is doing. I don't place trade anyhow. Price come to my area, if it fails to come to my area, another opportunity will come, and then we'll take advantage of it massively. Okay, so because I know that not every time opportunity comes, not every time, but when it comes we should be able to what, take advantage of it. So let's go to, I've just given you my observation on BTC. This is a key area I want to see, or let's do a top down analysis first. Yeah, okay, but as price tends to see, we have last month, let me see, last week candlestick. Last week is a bearish confirmation. Okay, so we might see price pulling down a little bit, at least to this area. So I'm looking for sell opportunity more on this. If it's not giving me sell opportunity, I will stay away. And where do I want price to come to? Area like this, price can come to this area and then give us a confirmation to what, to sell. Okay, so because most traders will want to sell from here, no, don't sell from here. Some people will sell that block, all that don't do that. Let price come to a key demand level, supply area, and you can see that supply area. Why is it supply area? You can see the aggressiveness of sellers around that place. It's as simple as that. You use your candlestick to be able to determine those what, aggressiveness, and you are good to what, to go. Okay, so if price comes to this area, give me a confirmation to sell, I'm going to sell. But the best sell for me is if price break this level. Okay, so this is going to be my first entry, an aggressive entry. Okay, so which is not certain for anybody, but my conservative entry will be here, and then I will be looking for price to sell to this place, and that will be a lot of pips already before we now see another cycle, price going up. Why am I looking for price to sell to this place? Because here I have failed to return an FTR and FTV, so price might come to this place very well, and then we go to the upper side, and that is it. Understand the market wide, in a very wide perspective, and you are good to go. Okay, so let's go to GBP USD. GBP USD seems to me that wants to buy, but Friday kicked us out. This was how I traded this. I was in a first position here. Okay, then I had another position here. The second position came down, though. Let me show you how I was able to leave this market before it even came to my second position stop loss. Understanding candlestick. Some people will not agree with me. Some people even see that candlestick as, what is candlestick? Candlestick is king if you know how to read it. Now I entered a new position here. This was where I entered the new position. Immediately I saw this candlestick. Let me move all this. Second position was after seeing this candlestick. That was what I did. Okay, so after doing that, price went out, and then the second time I was expecting this as a what, that price is going to retest this place. I saw this as a retest of that flag, and then price will go up. But immediately I saw that, I now put my break even here. You can see where I put my break even, all the two positions, first position, second position. Immediately I saw that price came out to that place, it kicked me out. I knew automatically with that candlestick that price, because price will not, if price wants to buy, it will not give this candlestick again. After this breakout, a little retest, what, will move this upward, and then we have this level broken. If this level gets broken, we continue buying. Okay, so that's what I was expecting, and then immediately price don't do that. I did not force, I did not hope. Price asked me, get out of the market. I'm out. Okay, though my target was not met, I was unable to take my target. I would have assumed price going to do this. I would have taken my first entry profit here. Okay, but because these days, one of the things I'm doing these days that is not really good is that I'm not taking partial profit again. I just want to hold a system I'm using called set and forget. Okay, but set and forget sometimes might be very you might see profit and then have some losses again, and then the profit reduce. But the key thing that you are going to be doing is that you monitor it, and I have the whole time to monitor it. Okay, assume I have closed this year, I would have even banked more profit, but I waited for, of course, if price also go my way and close this, of course, two position will be a lot of money for me too. Okay, but the fact is that I've been able to prevent my winning to become what, losses, and I was able to still live with a particular percentage. Now this is what is important in trading. I've said it like before, 5 outcome or possible outcome of every position in trading. 5 possible outcome of every position in trading. What's the first one? The first one is that you are going to have a break even, meaning no buy, no profit, no loss. The second one you are going to have is you are going to have a very big win. You have a lot of win. Okay, the third one is you are going to have small win. Okay, the fourth one is small loss. You are going to have small loss, and the last one is you are going to have big loss. Now this is your job. Don't ever in your trading history acquire a big loss, because it's going to damage your account. So you can have the remaining 4. You can have a big win, you can have a break even, you can have a small win, you can have a small loss, but don't have a big loss. If you eliminate the 5th one, you are already on your way to profitability. No psychology will hold you back. I'm the one telling you this. No psychology will hold you back, because you have eliminated the big ones. And one of the first way to eliminate the big one is to prevent your capital, to preserve your capital, to save your capital, as if that is the only thing that you have, by not over leveraging. If you are trading your personal account or investors account, maybe people gather money and then you are trading it, risk just 1%. Don't risk more than 1% of your capital. But when it comes to prop firm, don't risk 1%. I used to tell you, it took me time before I got this, and when I got it, I begin to pass prop firm like any other thing. It might be slow, but nevertheless I'm going to pass and I'm going to withdraw from that prop firm. Okay, and what will I risk? Even today, these days, I've reduced it to 5%, 0.5 rather. Okay, I only risk 0.5% before I reduce it to 0.7, but later on now I've reduced it because of the current condition of the market. I reduce it to 0.7, and maybe I'm still going to do a video, YouTube video. I will send it to the platform on risk on and risk off, and I do what we call risk on and risk off. There are quite a number of risk management techniques that is out there in finance that banks use, and that is why you see banks not liquidating. But we as a retail trader, we are not aware of those things. Another form of risk is risk on and risk off. Okay, when you are up in profit, you risk on. Okay, you risk on. When you are down in profit, you risk off. But there are ways towards that, and one of these is I will show us those things. Okay, so what are we expecting here? Let's see what this price is going to do here. Let it come to this place. Definitely that's what it's trying to do. Let it come to this place. If you give us a double top, bottom rather, we can continue. But don't just assume. Let's do analysis on it. Okay, so last month struggle to close below this level. Price closing below this level means a lot. We might be seeing a sell anytime soon. Okay, we might be seeing a sell, and this is, although we've already sold this FTR first time visit, now we are having a second visit, but price failed to close above this level, right? So we might be seeing a sell opportunity on this pair. And last week, what do we see? We saw a bearish candlestick around this area. We saw a bear. I was even thinking that it's going to come here first, because that was where I was thinking that this area is not going to be a first time visit of it, but price did not do that. So let's just be careful. I won't be able to decipher what price is going to do here yet. I'm going to wait for price to give me a clear direction on Monday before I have any clear direction on GBP USD. Okay, so let's go to Euro USD too. Let's see what Euro USD is doing. Euro USD is giving us a buy opportunity in its own way. It's giving us a buy opportunity. At least you should. I took this buy, and I think I left around here. So I supposed to enter here again, but I ignored it. I don't know why. I just ignored this. Okay, but I will have entered around here. This instead of me going to do and trade that GBP USD for my second entry, this will have been my second entry. But because I've already had multiple entries, I have my first entry here, my second entry here, and I left the 2 entry here. So that was why I decided to ignore this. Okay, but this is still following a bullish pattern. So GBP Euro USD is going to give us buy. Now this is how to also decipher which one should you trade, which one should you ignore. We can say that Euro is stronger, then we trade what? Euro. Okay, we trade Euro. Though it was weak on Friday, by the way. Okay, this definitely is buying. This one is buying. Euro AUD, I'm looking for buy opportunity. Yes, I called a buy here. Okay, but I also called a sell here. But immediately price came to this place and failed to break this place. We are not what? We are not selling again. Okay, but I'm going to do this analysis and then show us necessary things that we need to do. This was one of the best trade for me last week, or for 2 weeks now. Yeah, for 2 weeks now. And I did share it to the group. The first sell was here. And then I called a second sell here where I said that the risk is very little. Go back to the group, you will see all of these things. And then I left here immediately. Price got to my touch, and these are the things I used to recover. I was on 2 weeks ago. I was on one of my accounts. I was on 2% drawdown. All this trade I show you now was the trade I took. I was able to recover 2%, and I was up also with 2%. No pressure. Market will come, but the thing is that, are you there to survive the down part of the market? If you can survive the down part, of course you are going to reap the reward of your labor. Okay, so but if you have burnt the whole of your account, and these are the things that happens in circle in life, where we see people that they work so hard and they are not making money, they are not having breakthrough. Yes, because of when money comes, you don't know how to break the wings of money. And that's the same thing now. We don't know how to rely on opportunities. And that is the soul of trading. You don't know how to rely on opportunities, you don't know how to manage opportunity, you don't know how to. There are three things that everybody should do to be profitable or to be wealthy in life. You can write this down. Three things that you must do. If you are not doing these three things, you are not going to be wealthy. Three things is possible. The first thing is that you have to make money. You have to make money. You just have to make money. You don't know how to make money, you don't have a skill to make money, you are not going to be wealthy. Forget about it. The second skill is you have to know how to keep money, not save money. I not say save money now. You have to know how to keep money. It says that the more that you are making, less is going out. Okay, and that is what is affecting some people not to be able to do well in life, because the more is coming in, the more is going out. So in any techniques, if you are spending more money on data, find a way to reduce it. You are finding money on food, find a way to reduce it. So are the things that when I was setting out to become a full-time trader, I did those things intentionally, because I knew that now I'm only relying on this thing called trading. And of course I don't have money, but I had to cut it out. I was not on pressure. Okay, since I'm not on pressure, I'm good to go. Okay, and then that's the beginning of everything on it. And the third one, which I said that there are three things you must do to become wealthy in life. The first one I've said is to make money. The second one is to keep money. The third one is to reproduce money. If you can do these three things I've told you, find a system to do it. And that's what trading is all about. Success in trading is built on this, that you are able to make analysis and be able to make money from. If you can place a trade and then earns in profit, that means you have already overcome the first one. The second one is that the money you have make in trading, okay, you're not losing it back to the market. That means you are keeping money. The third one is now to what? To reproduce it, to make more money. And how do you make more money? You make more money by scaling up. You start with $3,000 account, you scale up to 5,000, you scale up to 10,000, you scale up to 50,000, you scale up to $500,000 account, and you scale up to $1,000,000 account, and you scale up to anything you want to do. These systems are available. I have been scaling up year in, year out. This year now, I have scaled up. The last year I have scaled up to 50%. What am I saying? More than 50% in terms of my account. More than 50% I have scaled up this year. Okay, and before the end of this year, I'm still working with different people to also be able to scale up more. Okay, because what I'm just after is that at least in the next 2-3 years, I'm able to get to a $4 million account. I'm a big boy. And these are things that you can also do if you are following me carefully. You can also do this, but how do you do it? That you have this desire for success already. Okay, so let's look at let me leave talk, and then there's a program I'll be running on TikTok very soon. I'll be running it on TikTok every Monday. We'll call it Trader Boost. Okay, what we'll be doing there is I'll just to motivate you. Okay, to change your mentality. Those mentality that are there that is not making us to be able to do the right thing to do in the trading market or in life generally, is going to be a life coach and more of anything you do. Okay, you have to just get the right mindset. Okay, what everybody needs to do is to get the right mindset. So I'll be doing that at 9 o'clock on TikTok live every Monday. Okay, I might not be able to start this week Monday because I've not done some things, but after doing that, if I'm able to start, I will do that. I was just granted access to live coming live on TikTok, so I'll be doing that, so you can share with your friends and then make sure you also join. It's going to be live changing encounter. Okay, so let's go to the one that someone just dropped now. USD JPY. Goodness, you want to say something? Can you unmute yourself? I think JPY will.
Yes, sir. I wanted to shape.
I think
I'm with you. Go ahead.
I was the one that said that dropped that message. I should please analyze JPY dollar yen.
Yeah, I've seen that. Let's look at it together. Was USD JPY doing as a whole? Okay, I can see price might come to this area. I might see price is already forming a kind of what will I call it here now? What's the name of this thing? I forgot to. Fake out zone. Okay, price already giving us a fake out zone. It might come to test this proper level, but as far as this level is still concerned, it's still valid. Okay, so and then this is where price is coming from. Where price is coming from here, and price have not been able to give us another higher high. It only give us a higher low in terms of structure now. Okay, so price is ranging within this level. Let's look at what price did last week. This price wants to buy. That's what it's telling us. Last week it gave us a confirmation to buy. Okay, so all what we just need to do is to determine where we want to get in. Okay, so on a daily time frame, this price is not giving us a direction yet. I want price to come to this level and give me whatsoever it wants to do. If it liquidates this level, I'm going to sell. But if it did not, I will buy. So price is definitely going to get to this level with all the patterns I'm seeing here. Price will get to this level. This is the level I want to make my decision. And as a matter of fact, price is only preparing to buy yet. It might not come there, okay? Even if it start going up from here as a fake out zone, there's possibility that price is not going to do this. If price do something like this, and then go. So there are other things I can use. I can use trend line to get my entry. You can see this now. You can see I've not even done this before price. Okay, price might do something like this. Give us as a fake out zone. Give us a double bottom here, and then we go up. So that's what I'll be doing on this. It's as simple as that. Okay. So know where you want to get in. That is the key thing. Know where you want to get in. Don't just say that okay, this thing is going. I remember back in those days, 4-5 years ago when I started trading. Okay, when I just see one single candlestick, even on a 1 hour, on a 1 minute time frame, hey, you don't dey go up, oh, we start buying. We don't even know that buying that we are buying is just a retracement. Then price will fall. I say, wetin happen? But na up e dey go now. I remember one of my friends used to say, anything that goes up must come down. So if we see an upward candle like this, we will sell because we believe that it's going to come down. But lo and behold, sometimes it will just fail to come down. It will just continue going up. What happened? Okay, so these are the things that we have experienced in the market. So that is USDJPY. I have grace of analyzing one more pair. Any other pair that you want me to look into before we call it a day? Is there any other pair you want me to look into before you call it a day? Goodness, you can hear me. I just saw your chart now. You are scalping. I don't know what I will call this. You are just getting in, getting out. You are not managing your trade perfectly well. There's no consistency in your stop loss, in your loss size. Those are the things that you need to work on. You are still trading emotionally. With what I just see in your chart now, you are trading emotionally. USD card. What do you mean you are in this? I don't know if you are here. USD card. USD card gave me some money last week. If USD card breaks this level, we dey sell to this place. So remember that we sold. We started selling here. That's why I called selling. I bought to this place also. And why did I buy here? Because of FTR and FTV. You can see. First time what? Visit. That was what made me to buy here. Okay, and I knew that, and I also saw a chart pattern here. Let me just show you that. That should be 2 weeks or 3 weeks ago. I saw a chart pattern here. Any diagonal on Elliott wave or falling wedge on pure price action. You can see. And that was what made me to buy here. And whenever you want to buy wedges, you buy to the point that the beginning of that movement, which is here, and that was why we stopped buying here. Then what I do here, I saw a break of structure here, and then I enter for a sell here. I sold to this place before we have this move up, and then down here again. Okay, so but what we just need to do here is on the monthly time frame, this thing is telling us that, of course, OTM knows how we trade BTC USD card now. Price already coming from this level. This is the third time that it's coming from the level. Price has already broken this level to the downward side. So let's see if price can set to this place first, and this place first, second rather. But remember that how are we going to get into this pair? We are going to get to this pair not just by anyhow. We want to look at the lower time frame to see any techniques we are going to use to get in. So in the case of this, I want this level to be broken. If this level is not broken, I'm not buying. I'm not selling rather. If level is not broken, I'm not selling. But I will still dress it. There are quite a number of things I need to look out for before price go, because price can retrace to the upper side, but it's already forming a bearish structure already. And we can see last week candlestick momentum, okay, but it's still closing as a bearish candlestick. So we might see price come back to this place before we now see the word sell. Just like all what we have been seeing here, we might see price come to this place before we see sell. So I can sell here. If price give me opportunity to sell here, I can sell, and I can sell at the break of this also. Those are the two areas I want to focus on. Okay, do we get that? Is that clear, please? I believe you can all hear me. Yeah, USD. It's been a lot. I trade US 30. Oh. US 30. US 30. Do I have US 30 here? It's been a long time I trade US 30. This thing is on a bullish move. If you will buy, let this level get broken or price pull down to area like this for you to get into a buy. Okay, but with what we are seeing here, price will, I'm suspecting that price might range here. Okay, price might range here because price is visiting this place again for the first time, so price might range, so be careful of this. I love, if I want to trade this, I would have loved to take a buy around area like this or area like this, but when price is already within the trade, one of the things you need to do is to be extra careful. So I think I've been able to give us an idea on that. So any other question, please? Any other question? Okay. In trading, it's not a rocket science. It requires a skill. I want to just end this meeting with this. It requires a skill, and if you can develop the skill, you have what we call everlasting skill. Nobody will take it away from you. Nobody can take the skill away from you. So what should you be aiming at is the knowledge, how to gain that knowledge, not how to make money first. If you have the knowledge, there's a knowing that Dangote know that makes him to be what he is today. So if you want to be something else, you have to do something else. Okay, you cannot just become a profitable trader by just doing the same thing that a non-profitable trader is doing. As a matter of fact, know what a non-profitable trader is doing and do the opposite. So you have to know what the poor people are doing, and then you change what they are doing, and then you become wealthy. It's as simple as that game, but it's a brain hack because the society and the system is already programming us to fail. Okay, but in trading, in life, you have to embrace failure. Only when you embrace the pain of failure, you can also be successful. I posted something on my status last week, and I said that even if it is 1% of chance of winning, fight. There's some things I've been able to enjoy now in my life. I'm not where I want to be yet because of course I'm doing big, but I'm not doing bad. Nevertheless, I'm not doing bad. Someone that stays at home 24 hours as a family, you know I'm not doing bad. Okay, but this is the major thing that I'm saying here, that you need to focus on. You need to focus on developing yourself. You have the right skill and technical analysis. I don't want to know either you are trading SMC, ICT, anything you are trading. Okay, they just to give you edge to know when to get into the market. They are not the major thing to focus in trading. Take it from someone that has studied this market and have a very wide knowledge in forex trading. Take it from me. What you need to focus on in forex trading is not technical analysis. If you don't know technical analysis, get a mentor to mentor you. Okay, AltIncome is there available for you. Myself, I'm available. You can reach out to me personally. Okay, you can get a mentorship on that. But after that, what you should be able to focus on is ability to be able to manage. A good forex trader is a good manager, not a good analyst. As a matter of fact, I can share you with trade idea. I know so many people that I've shared trade idea. They are making a lot of money. Okay, why some we share trade idea, they will still come back to me and say that they are losing the money? Why? What's the difference between myself and you? Because you're not a good manager. And these are the things that happen in life generally. Okay, so with what I've said today, I believe I've been able to add to you one way or the other, and we've been a wonderful time together. So if you have any question, we can discuss later. And we also upload this video on YouTube. You can go and watch it. Make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel for you to be able to have more updates. I'm adding some other tips in trading that you can add, how to use MT5 very well, all of those things. Okay, so do well to watch it, and then I've said quite a number of things, both in life generally and also in trading. Thanks for coming today. Wish you a beautiful week ahead and a profitable week. If you have any question for me, start to my DM. I'm always available. Bye.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome.
Bye.
You're welcome. Mr. Agebo,